to another episode of the Electric Norwegian. I'm Mats. Today we're out in a smart #1. Yes, I didn't name it that either. Maybe number one, but it is #1. So yeah, it's a bit like your uncle trying to be cool. It doesn't really work, but it is what it is. It's a small crossover, a bit like a BMW X1-ish sort of thingy. Maybe a previous version of a Kona. Anyway, it's cool, it looks cool. This is a Brabus version. And for those of us with long memories, we know that the Brabus version of the Smarts were always a bit wonky and fun and fast. And this is really properly a quick thing. There's no doubt about that. Mercedes designed the interior, Geely built the car. So what's happening? Has Mercedes just sold out of all its profits to the Chinese? I hope not. It's a good screen, this. It has wireless Apple CarPlay, which works very well, at least so far. Small instrument pinnacle, a bit like in the ID7. It's nicely integrated. It gives you the information you need most of the time. And we have more engine noise as well. And you have the buttons here, Brabus mode and everything. They're touch buttons, they're not physical buttons, but they work decently okay, and you can sort of anchor yourself here, and you can, so it's, you have to float around doing this thing. The sound there have been, not piping, that's the wrong word, because it's not piping anything, there's no sound coming from the engine, there's no engine. It sounds kind of sporty, like a 3-cylinder or something, which traditionally used to have in smart cars. I once almost bought a smart coupe, and I sort of regret I didn't buy it, because just for the fun of it, it would be a really cool thing to try. It's 7 degrees now, so it's pretty cold, after all. I did find it here earlier, but I've come to the life of me. There it is, virtual motor, off. That is quiet. There is the obligatory IR infrared reader of my eyes on the steering column. The steering wheel is sort of split between this Alcantara upper and the leather inner. Sound like I'm describing a gun there. I'm not, but there is upper and the lower, sort of outer and the inner of the steering wheel. It's a bit strange because you can feel the split of it, but yeah. Suspension here doesn't handle this joints very well, does it? Oh well. We're at 95%, indicated 280 kilometers. We have driven 7.9 kilometers since the car charged, so basically since I picked it up, and with an average of 346 watt hours, which is, well, we've been monkeying about, and we have had a very short drive. And this is a very small car, so it really shouldn't use, it should be efficient, even though it is cold. I've never driven a Brabus before, or a smart car, I think. No, actually, this is the first driving both. Gonna be interesting. Consumption of 270 watt hours, which is a bit high, to be perfectly honest. But it is just picked up a coffee. It's minus 8 degrees outside. I don't know who's going to buy this, because the competition in this market between, say, 35 to 50,000 euros is just, it's particularly in Norway, astonishingly hard. You have the Chinese coming in, you have Tesla, as always, both Model 3 and the Model Y, and then you have everybody else. To a certain degree, you have the Germans, VW, and partly. The iX1 is a direct competitor to this. They're both saying they're sporty, compact. This one is priced a bit lower though, so we can sort of forgive it. It's a bit cheap, plastic here and there, but I like the interior, I like the lighting of it, and now in the darkness, as you can see. It's nice, pleasant, without being in the way. Sound system is good, it's Beats, so it's not a dyno audio sound system. It's not a KEF or anything. Bowser Wilkins. We're not there. We're not supposed to be there, so that's perfectly alright. It's a good sound system. This isn't, but this is built for the young at heart buyer which wants to have a fun little car. Don't have kids, or have one little kid, because this is effectively a 3-seater now. So no, and you don't do that much luggage because that's okay. There's decent boot in the car considering the size, but it's not big. There is a frunk in the front there. It's the tiniest frunk in the entire world, probably. But it's there. I like the instrument pinnacle. It has a few interesting functions. You can apparently turn the screen entirely off, which is wonderful. It just goes dark. Well, it doesn't go dark, but you know, I like that. I wish more people could do that. We are at 81%, 325 kilometers. I can see the kilometers clearly enough. I struggled slightly with the percentages. The font is too small, or I'm getting too old. I don't know. Now we're talking 258 watt hours. Getting down. This rumble in the back. I don't know if the mic can pick it up. It's not an artificial sound because I turned all that off. We're doing 80. No, it is a head-up display, by the way. I have no idea how advanced it can be. It works, gives you memory speed and the speed limit, at least what it thinks the speed limit is. I don't know if it's GPS based or map based or camera. I don't really care. So far it's worked pretty well. The region is the drivetrain here is brilliant, by the way. Definitely. It's hard, stiffly sprung, this one. And I like the chassis here. I like the steering feedback. The steering is just, it's quick, but unlike the Tesla, it actually gives you some feedback. Not the most granular feedback in the entire world, but it's there. Well, you shouldn't lean on now. It's really slippery outside because the traction control is kicking in constantly. It's probably icy. Yeah, that's the ABS. It's icy here. But this steering, it's really nice. It's not the most granular feedback in the entire world. It's not the Jaguar I-Pace, but it's... Damn, I wish it was summertime, because this could be a properly fun little thing. We know the Model Y is gonna get the refined suspension and the quietness of the new 3. Or you can buy an Aria, but an Aria isn't the sportiest. This is much more... This is on all the time, in a way. Yeah. If it's a good thing or a bad thing, that's up to you to decide. I don't really know. Just this noise level, I don't know. Well, let's go down to the motorway and see. Let's see. Now we're on the motorway, and well, okay. Noise levels. They're what they are. Of course, they're frameless windows here, mind you, or frameless doors, as it were. That's never a helper on most levels, but I guess it's perfectly alright. The rumbling noise I complained on earlier in lower speeds is not that prevalent here now. I don't know why. Maybe because it's drowned out by the tire noise. The autopilot system here, or lane assist and adaptive cruise here, it works very well. I'm pleased with that. Just activate it with a push of a button. You don't have to turn something on and off and push something 5 times as you do in some cars. It just works. The stalks here are simple Mercedes stalks. Same as you have in Mercedes 3S now. They're maybe a little bit cheaper than they used to be. There was a time when Mercedes had this absolute quality of just tuning stone kind of thing. Everything just felt rock solid, and doesn't really do that anymore. Interior, like I say, I like the interior. Unlike the EQC, which somewhat overstyled, this isn't. It's open, spacious, and you have this divider, but it's kind of the split divider, like so many others. You have your cup holders, an armrest, and wireless charger on top, together with 2 USB-C outlets. And then you have your lots of storage at the bottom, kind of open storage solution. And then you have your cooled armrest with no, the armrest isn't cooled, but the room under it is cooled, and it's relatively decent space as well. The back seats are, well, not very accessible. Not if you have two long-legged adults in front anyway, or a long-legged teen for that matter. It's well judged, this suspension. It's harsh, but it's completely without pliance here. It really isn't. And also the seat, it's a comfortable seat to sit in. I just wish I had more thigh support. Is it a good motorway cruiser? Yes. I do wonder if I should just make all my videos the day after. You have a time to think in the night, and you come up with new kind of understandings. This is a car that's full of brilliant ideas and wonderful. The screen is full of shortcuts, and it's I used a lot of my time figuring out who's going to buy this. It's the young man or a woman or a couple, not necessarily young, but at least without children. This isn't a family car. And you can say, yes, but the Model Y costs the same thing, and if you put on a little bit money, you get the performance and blah blah blah. And yes, you do. But maybe you don't want a Tesla. Maybe you want a smaller car. This is, I think it's a bit smaller than the Y. It's nimble. It's relatively narrow. It's not that. Yes, the front is tiny, and I've reshot all the exterior and interior shots, by the way, because it's daylight now. It's a damn winter. It's incredibly fun, this thing. It has a drivability and a fun factor to it that you don't really find anywhere else. Yes, the Tesla is quick and all that, but it doesn't have the feedback. At least I've always said that it doesn't have the driver feedback that I require. Maybe it's me, it's something wrong about it. I don't know. You see that? Just the camera coming up here, you know, and it's a wonderful little car, this. And let's be honest, for 40,000 euros isn't that much money anymore, is it? No. At least not in Norway. I know the car buying situation is different in Europe, but still, it's a new car. That's what new cars cost. We just have to learn to get used to that. Either we like it or not. That's how it is. And this Brabus version for 50,000 euros or 45 or whatever the exchange rate is at the time being, it gives you sub 4 seconds north to 100 kilometers. Not now on the 90 tires, clearly, but still. That's absurd in a tiny little car like this. It's even now, it's plenty quick. And you have forward drive and all that, and you don't have the biggest battery in the world. What was it? I think it was 66 kilowatt hours net or thereabouts, something like that. So when you then get, what did we get out of this thing yesterday? We drove it the whole day. 23, 230 kilometers, something like that. I think you could get closer to 300 if you drove it more carefully, because yes, the average speed was low, but it was full on driving fast, high speed down the motorway and acceleration blasts, because this is the kind of thing that, you know, the car wants. Sporty little runabout this. It's in some ways the modern hot hatch, in the sense that it's relatively compact and fun and quick. So, do I enjoy this thing? I really, really do. If you want a driver's car, but you don't want the Jag, you don't like Tesla or Elon or whatever, and you think a Nissan Ariya or maybe a Ford is too big or too blah, your neighbor's not gonna have a smart #1, is he? No. It has nostrils and everything. And if you only occasionally pull around on other people, more than 2, you don't need more space than this. And it has all the tech, and it has a good sound system. And it has a decent ride. Lights are okay, nothing more than okay. Not atrocious, but you know, you have solutions for that. It has at least one update available, so I would assume it has OTA. I don't know the depth of that, but still it's there. And the Fox, you can tickle around. I have no idea what the Fox does, but it's there anyway. It doesn't say anything either, so I can't answer you to the question, what does the Fox say? I have no idea. Is it the quickest infotainment system in the world? No, but it's not the slowest, and it does what you want it to, and stuff. So yeah, it's okay, and it runs Android Auto. One word, mind you, as I said, I think I said it yesterday. Android, not Android Auto. Apple CarPlay throws 2 times on. So you have to reset the system. You keep this off button in, and you reset everything, including the driver's display here. But the car still runs. It's like a Tesla. You can drive it without any instruments. So it's 2 different systems, and that's good. Then you reset it and everything is okay again. That's a problem with the wireless CarPlay and not the car, so it's not the car's fault. That's okay. If you cable it, it's all fine. So get a cable. And the wireless charger, it works as a cooktop because it heats your phone up. It doesn't give you any power, it just heats your phone up. I mean, if you want to keep your phone nice and warm, then you can use this. That's sort of everything it does in a way. But hey, that's a thing as well, I guess. I don't know. So, I think they have it, really. That's it. That's Smart #1. Very decent car. Good fun. Not too expensive. So, a big thank you to Bertelsen Torsberg for lending me the car. And a big thank you to you for watching. Take care. And like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video in another car. Bye bye.